So, Deadline is reporting that Miranda's July's All Fours, which is a very unconventional story, but it's also very compelling. This novel was published last May. And let me tell you about the novel just in case you're not familiar. It follows a married woman who embarks on this journey. It's supposed to be a simple road trip from LA to New York. But within 30 minutes, she pulls over, she checks into a motel, and she ends up having this interesting and steamy encounter with a man she meets at a gas station. Okay. It's a journey in a literal sense. It's also a metaphorical escape from a life that she feels is, too structured and organized and boring, for lack of a better word. So anyway, Starz has decided to develop this as a television series. So it's going to be very interesting to see how they bring this to screen. I don't know when exactly this is going to be available. I'm just very curious about folks who read this book, because I have to tell you, when this book came out last year, it received very mixed reviews. I read it. I liked it. I recommended it in the short list for my reading guide. It wasn't in the reading guide. It was one of those books I was considering. But I have to tell you, it's a messy book. I felt it was one of those, you either really liked it or you really hated it, because it really gets into the raw, nitty-gritty and just messy realities of womanhood, sexuality, desire. And again, what makes this book captivating, I feel, is the fact that it's not afraid to really explore contradictions. Because there are lots of contradictions in this book. But to be fair, I think a lot of us live a life that is filled with contradictions. You feel one thing, but you do something else, But anyways, it will really have you questioning what our expectations of life is and of love. So anyway, if you are a fan of this unique storytelling, because again, I don't think it's for everyone, I personally am really excited to see how this series develops. But I'd love to hear your thoughts as well. I mean, how do you feel about this book being adapted for screen? What do you think? Are you excited? Let's continue the conversation in the comments. I'd love to hear your thoughts. So let me know how you're feeling. If you read it, if you loved it, if you didn't like it too much. I mean, again, I'd love to hear from you. So let's continue the conversation in the comments.